Good morning. This is Eva Collette back for round 1, episode 6 of the Strangetown Let's Play. Today we are going to be playing Nervous Subject, and I think at the end of the episode we're going to do a quick move in for the Traveler family, since they will be joining the town in round 7, or round 2. Words are hard. We are going to move Nervous Subject into this apartment complex. It is a custom item from Mod The Sims, and I believe the creator built the apartment complex using the Grunt's house and this other similar house as sort of a loose template, part of that military complex there. So, we are gonna move him in. He will still be moving into the Spectre household at the beginning of the next round, so he's not going to be here very long. And my personal rules for how this works is I don't have the no 20k handout installed. What will happen is we'll get an apartment selected for Nervous. We'll get the first week's rent paid, and then we will buy some basic necessities. So a bed, kitchen table, a few items, and then we will reduce the remaining household funds to a specific set level based on how much Nervous has in savings. So Nervous does not have anything in savings, which means that his set level, his base level after everything sort of is settled, is going to be $1,000. That'll be all he has available, and we're gonna get him the cheapest apartment here, which has a pink kitchen. Nervous can live with that for 3 days. He'll be okay with that. Conveniently, or inconveniently, he will have to come up with enough funds to pay that twice, because we are going to be setting him to Saturday, playing him Saturday, Sunday, Monday, moving him out Tuesday. We may have to leave an additional $1,500 in his. We may have to set him at $2,500 because he's just not going to be able to come up with enough money to pay that rent on Monday. We might bend the rules a little bit here for Nervous. And again, the way the rules work on this is if he had any items in his inventory, like say if he'd had a teen bedroom that he packed up and took with him to college, we would use those first and then go in and purchase items for him. But he doesn't. So he's just going to get essentially the cheapest version of everything here once he's officially rented his apartment. Okay. And apparently he already signed the paperwork with the landlord. Great. He does need a bed. And we're not going to be doing a bunk bed. There's no reason for Nervous to have a bunk bed. It's kind of hilarious that this entire apartment is pink. We won't be making over the whole apartment, though, just because Nervous is only going to be here for 3 days. We're not going to redecorate that. Technically, I could get him just the one chair, but just in case he makes friends. He might surprise us. It would be delightful if he did. Bed, table. Normally I'd get him a hacked computer, but I don't think I will in this case. Just because he's going to be moving out so fast into a household that already has a hacked computer. So we're just going to do a few items that he otherwise might need. The other thing is, Nervous is a sports hobbyist, so we are actually going to give him a TV. I know all of Spectre's household already has a TV. I don't care. He gets a TV. Gets to enjoy that. And actually, I think I'm going to. He also definitely needs a fire alarm. I don't know why these apartments don't have them pre-installed, but they don't. But for the 3 days that he's here by himself, he's going to need to have access to that kind of thing. I'm just giving myself a minute to think to make sure I got him everything he actually does need. We are going to spawn him a casual romance adjuster. I believe it's the philodendron in this neighborhood. No, that's not right. There it is. Okay, that's what we have it set as in this neighborhood. Alright, I think we've got everything that he's supposed to have here. There is a sim blender that I could get and put in this apartment, but again, he's just going to be moving into another lot at the beginning of next round. So I don't know that it would be in any way beneficial for him to spend the money on that. We'll do it just so that it looks like his apartment has a little bit more in it. And there's his family fun set. Let's see if we can make you some friends nervous. It's so funny that he couldn't. Anyway. And of course he promptly wants to buy a bookcase. And the pre-made Sims who are living here are Neri Turner, Kaylin Spitzig, and Christian Love. They're pretty general. If you have apartments, they show up and live in them, Sims. And of course the humble computer. And he could try to get match made, but considering that he doesn't have a gender preference. Well, he doesn't prefer male Sims, and he definitely doesn't prefer female Sims. Go ahead and make yourself a lunch meat sandwich. They're nervous. I may just buy him that bookshelf so that he can learn the cleaning skill point that he wants to learn so badly. And then I think I'm gonna see if he can call a friend. Ironically, the person that he's friendliest with, who's not already friends with, is Cersei Beaker, which is very funny. Why are you guys like this? Nothing normal or healthy about those relationships, I'm just saying. And we'll have him go meet his other neighbor as well. Why not? Well, look, now he's friends with Cersei, which is still concerning. Olive Spectre is inviting Nervous downtown. You know what? That sounds like a wild idea. Let's do it. Let's go. And we'll go to Doc Allen's. It's Strangetown's version of the club. Which means it's not very exciting, but it is at least something. I wonder who else Olive will invite. It's not like she has many friends. Or really any friends. It's not like she can bring the ghosts from her graveyard. And if it's Ophelia, we're sending her home because teens don't get to go to the bar in my neighborhood. That's not an option. So this is Doc Allen's. It is a pre-made lot for The Sims 2, but clearly I did some light adjusting. I added a axe throwing pancake stand and a hot tub. Put more items on their stage, which when you start only has a mic on it. Put some seating at the bar and added a couple of pool tables, or not pool tables, poker tables, words are hard, so that, you know, the Sims would have more to do here. I'm looking to see if I have the visitor controller, and no, I do not, which is why River Smith, who is a teen, is hanging out here. Oh look, Mrs. Crumplebottom. And Nervous is just going straight for the... We're gonna spawn that real quick. And... ban teens. And ban children. Let that go into effect. Because, you know, the bar's not the appropriate place for teens or kids. And we can delete that adjuster. We don't need it there anymore. And it looks like Olive only invited Nervous. I did wonder how that was going to work. Oh, look. Who knew Mrs. Crumplebottom played poker? That's a new idea. Gary Walton. And Brenda Bransfield, who is apparently our downtown slob. Well, and it looks like Jace and there's Cersei Beaker waddling around, joining our poker game. That's really funny. How's Nervous's poker game going here? I still got a few chips. I mean, if the chip stacks are any indication, I can't really tell. That is quite a pot we've got going there, guys. Oh, and Olive won that one. How does the game end? That's my question. Also, I enjoy the fact that Mrs. Crumplebottom apparently does not hate gambling. All romantic things, yes. Gambling, not so much. She's okay with the gambling. Nervous, you are very hungry, sir. I'm gonna have you order some flapjacks. No, stop playing poker. Good grief.
Flaps.
Oh, and it's 2 a.m., which means all of the outside lights have turned off. Right. He is so tired and stinky. We're just gonna have him go home next. Yeah! The relationship with the person who used to torture you is concerning, Nervous. It is. No two ways around that. Oh! And we have our Wicked Witch. Who is... You know what? You like to know the weird people. And also, why is Olive here? Nervous. What were you doing? Conveniently, he has the day off today, or he'd be about to go to work. Yes, you do need to clean up after yourself, Nervous. That is how this works. And there's our neighbor, drinking at the bar in the backyard. Nervous, who is it that you like? If you liked somebody, I would let you slow dance or flirt. Man. No, Nervous, don't go. Actually, just gonna have you have lunch. See if we can't attract the neighbor by playing chess. Oh yay, he wants to learn fire safety and eat a lunch meat sandwich now. And apparently he just wanted to gain a skill point. Any skill point would do. Well, let's go see if we can't make friends with... Never mind, he's going to work. So we're gonna just have you study fire safety, I suppose. Oh, Nervous. Why you gotta do that, man? Why you gotta do that? Alright, so Nervous's carpool will be here probably right about the time he wakes up. Works out well. Oh, hey, he brought home a friend and he got a promotion. Good job, Nervous. Well done. He's now a substitute teacher. He does need a charisma skill point. but that's okay. Spend some time talking to his friend that he brought home from work here. Maybe Talon was the friend who told him that his living arrangement with the Beakers was not normal. Or safe. Well, let's get to know another one of our neighbors here, Nervous. Won't hurt you at all. More friends the better, really. We'll let him watch some sports. He hasn't really done that yet. Apparently boxing is fun. Who knew? Alright, one final thing we're gonna do before we go back out to the neighborhood here, and that is we're just gonna pack up Nervous's apartment, because when we get to the Spectre lot, Olive is gonna invite him over and then just ask him to move in. So he's not gonna need his apartment. But we do want to have him keep all of the things that he paid for there. The other thing is, he may actually gift some of those to his cousin Ophelia before she goes off to college, because he knows what it's like to start out. And then I am going to also, really quick... So yes, this was the 3 days that we were playing Nervous. Moved into the apartments here. At the beginning of the next round, we've got 2 people that will be moving right now. We've got Nervous, who's going to move in with the Spectre household, and we do have Pascal Curious, who is going to be moving out. He with his daughter Nebula. Obviously, he's not leaving her behind. He will probably move into these apartments and form his own household there. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye. Hopefully you have a good time with your real life and had a good holiday, or have good holidays coming up. I'm off to do some real life now.